Hey guys, as promised, a little video on emotional eating. So first of all, what is emotional eating? So emotional eating is when you are eating on emotion, and that could be to comfort yourself because you've had a difficult day, you've got something going on in your life which is quite hard, and it feels like at the end of the day just having that extra food or having that, high calorie food just numbs the pain a little bit, just helps to soothe a little bit. It might be that you emotionally eat when you're happy, that you are enjoying life, that you are enjoying social situations with friends, with partners, with colleagues, and you just find yourself overeating in those situations. It might be that you eat on emotion when you're lonely, or when you're sad, or when you're bored, or when you're frustrated. So there's many different emotions and many different pulls to food. And quite often we hear the one that we eat because we think it's going to make us feel better, and it usually doesn't, or it does in the moment, but then it doesn't half an hour later when you wish you hadn't have eaten it. But we can eat for so many other reasons, and happiness is a big one, and tiredness is a big one. I think sometimes we think, oh, I've got to keep going. Actually, what our body needs is a rest, but maybe we haven't scheduled in that rest, we haven't got time to stop, so then we have some food as a pick-me-up to keep us going. So that is emotional eating. Now, what I've found is things that help with emotional eating, first of all, is considering whether, if you are dieting, whether dieting is really the answer. Because when food is restricted, not only do we suddenly obsess over food because it's like, oh, I can't eat that, I'm not allowed that, oh, I shouldn't be having that. So we then kind of, we're wanting it even more. But it also doesn't allow us to really explore our relationship with food. The majority of diets, if not all diets out there, they focus on what you can and can't eat and focus on calories and points. They don't necessarily focus on listening to your body, getting in tune with your body, and most importantly, getting in tune with your mind, so that you start to notice the patterns, and so that you start to understand yourself and what you really need, not just food, but what you really need to help you have a better, more enriched life. So first thing to do is consider whether dieting is really working for you. And if you've dieted on and off for many, many years and you're not at a peaceful place with food, then my guessing is it isn't. Something else I invite you to do is to stop judging yourself around food, okay? So try and let go of negative self-talk, that I shouldn't have eaten that, or I'm so bad. You've probably heard me say before, saying I'm bad because I've eaten something, or I've been really good today, is not something that I encourage you to do, because eating food, whether it's the burger or the apple, it doesn't make you good or bad. They're just food. Yes, they've got different things, different nutritional value, but it is just food. And the sooner we can step back and stop addressing ourselves and addressing food as being good and bad, the better for your relationship with food. So try and let go of that judgment around what you should and shouldn't eat. Start listening to your body. What does it need? What food nourishes your body? What food gives you energy? What food takes it away? I would also encourage you to stop discussing your weight with other people, as in colleagues and friends, because getting into conversations with other people about what you should and shouldn't eat, and how you feel about yourself and how they feel about themselves, is not necessarily that helpful, especially if you end up feeling judged or criticised. So quite often you might tell people that you're following a diet, and then they kind of go, oh, is that allowed on your diet then? And then you feel really rubbish. You feel like you've been judged or you've been criticised. So be careful who you talk to around your eating, your relationship with food. The other thing is learning to trust yourself. Now, this is a real biggie, but something I really encourage my clients to do is to start trusting themselves around food. Now, okay, this doesn't happen overnight. It's not going to happen just because you've watched this video and you've thought, oh, okay, I get it now. It takes practice. But once you stop dieting and you start listening to your body and start understanding why you eat and challenging yourself sometimes on those moments of, oh well, I really want that because I'm feeling bad. Okay, let's work through this. When you start to do that, you do begin to trust yourself and understand yourself, and you may not make the right decision every single time. I certainly don't, and I've been doing this for 18 years, I think now. And sometimes I still eat something and think that wasn't the greatest choice, Jen. You didn't need to eat that. But I never berate myself. I never talk to myself like, oh, you let yourself down there. Oh, you're so stupid. You shouldn't have done that. I've learned to trust myself. I've learned to accept where I am. And I've learned to be kind to myself. Another thing is getting to know that inner voice and working with her. So again, rather than when she says, oh, you're so stupid, just hang on a minute. Let's have a chat about that. Yeah. Let's think, am I really stupid, or am I just trying to work out this messy, entangled relationship with food? Yeah, it doesn't make you stupid. It makes you human. There are thousands, billions of people across the world, and there's a huge amount of them that have the same difficulties that we do around food. So being accepting of yourself. Another thing I really encourage is journaling. Journaling your daily thoughts and feelings about where you are, not just keeping a food diary and writing down everything you eat and tracking calories, because that again can be disruptive for people if they're not doing the extra work with them. So journaling around how you feel each day, what's going on for you each day, how does that affect your relationship with food? Maybe do it in the morning so that you can look ahead at the day and work out how you want your day to pan out, or do it last thing in the evening and review your day and think what worked, what didn't work, how could I prepare better next time. And I don't mean just preparing food, but preparing mentally. So if you know you are going to a situation where you're likely to overindulge, have a think about that. How do you want that situation to play out? Play it through in your mind and work on that so that you can really start to have better outcomes, more positive outcomes, and more freeing outcomes, so that you come home from that event and think, actually, I'm really pleased with my choices there. I had a good amount of food. I enjoyed nourishing food. My body is satisfied, but I'm also pleased mentally that I made those decisions. So they're just some little pointers to help you. And if you have any questions, drop them below, inbox me. I'm here to help you. And if you want to know more about working with me, then just drop me a message and we can hop on a call and we can discuss the different packages I offer and how I can help you change your relationship with food forever.